Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. There's been another update, and this one I think is actually going to happen, and it's going to happen really soon. So welcome back to those who have been here before, who've seen our videos. I have done a couple of videos in the past about changes with travel in the UK, so the ETA, and I've also done one regarding ETIAS, which is going to come into effect, they think 2026 in the EU and Schengen area. But this is something that is actually planned for the 12th of October, and they're pretty sure it's going to happen this time. Who knows? They've said it before. So let's get into it. So this video is about EES. They all seem to start with E, don't they? ETA, ETIAS, even ESTA in America. So it doesn't make it easy, does it? But EES, which is the entry-exit system. Now, like I say, they've planned this before. I think originally it was supposed to be 22, then 23, then November 24. And now they're pretty sure that they're going to be rolling it out on the 12th of October. But it's going to be a bit of a rollout. It's not going to be how they originally planned it. There are going to be a few changes. And yeah, so it's just worth keeping updated, isn't it? If we've got travel to any of the countries in the Schengen area. I'm going to put a list on now of the countries that this affects. So if you're planning to travel there from October onwards, just have a look at the list and see if your destination's on there. So what is EES? It's actually a digital border system that you're going to have to go through when you go into the Schengen area. So in the past, when you go to any of the countries on the list that I put up before, you would go, there would be somebody there, they would check your passport, they would have a look at you, and then you get a stamp in your passport. That is going to be a thing of the past. We're not going to be able to collect stamps anymore. I don't know whether people do that, but yeah, it's sometimes quite nice to look through your passport, isn't it, and see where you've been. So what's the change then? So, like I say, you're not going to be getting a stamp in your passport. But what we've got to do now, if we're travelling there, so whether you're travelling from the UK, I'm from the UK, I had a quick look to see how it affects other countries. I know the US are going to have to do it. Just check for your country. But we are now going to have to provide biometric details. So whether that be a scan of your face or a thumb or fingerprint. Now, initially when they was going to roll it out, you was going to have to provide both of them. But I think to speed the process up and to just actually get it going, you're going to have to do one or the other. So you won't know until your destination what you're going to do. So it's going to be a little bit like, you know, when you come into the UK and you're actually entering back into the country after you've been abroad, they have the machines. There are going to be machines there which you're going to use. And I think after your first time, so the first time you arrive, you're going to have to provide a lot of details as well as the biometric information. And then this is going to last for 3 years. And then going forward, all you will do will be to put your passport in the machine. It will either scan your face, if that's what it's done in the past, or it will ask you for a fingerprint. And then that will be it. You'll go along your merry way. So eventually, it will probably speed the process up. But initially, it's going to take a little bit longer to get people through. So a digital record is created on your first visit to the Schengen area, either at the port or the airport on your arrival. So you're not going to have to do anything before you leave the UK, but there are going to be 3 instances where that may be a little bit different. And if you are a cruise traveller like I am, so I know a lot of my followers go on cruises, there is going to be one port in the UK that you're going to do it before you leave. So I'll go into details about that in a minute. So what's this going to mean in reality? It basically means longer queues. So when you arrive at your destination, there's going to be longer queues. So if you're booking cars and things like that, it's just something to keep in mind, isn't it? Or if you've got somebody picking you up, there could be, especially initially, because initially everybody is going to have to do it at the exact same time. Over the years, as people stagger it, it will be less and less people will have to provide all the information. But initially, every person from the 12th of October are going to have to provide all of the details. So it is going to create some delays for people who are travelling probably between October and the end of the year. So I'm just going to read this little bit now from gov.uk because I want to get it exactly right for if you're travelling. So it states that at some ports and at the Eurotunnel, there may be an increased wait time while EES registration is completed before passengers leave the UK. So if you're travelling through Dover, so I've never cruised from Dover, so I had a look to see which cruise lines go from Dover, and there are quite a few. So you've got Holland America, Princess, Carnival, Fred Olsen. There were more, I think, Saga, and there's quite a lot go from Dover. You're going to have to provide this information before you cruise. So I think Dover has 24 kiosks. They're going to have 24 kiosks where you can do it. But again, it's just going to be something to keep in mind. If you are going on the Eurotunnel, there's going to be 100 kiosks. And if you're doing the Eurostar, there's going to be 50 kiosks. So I just wanted to read that correctly and get the information. So on those 3 occasions, Dover, the Eurotunnel and Eurostar, so that's going to be at St Pancras, you're going to have to do the EES before you travel. So just allow a little bit more time before you travel. And like I said earlier, this digital record will last for 3 years, or, this is quite an important or, until your passport is renewed. So whichever comes first. If your passport runs out after 2 years, once you get your new passport, you'll have to submit all the information again. So what's the reason they're doing this? Well, it's all designed to improve the border security within the EU and the neighbouring countries, and to reduce illegal migration and stop visitor overstayers. So yeah, they have got good reason to do it. They want to increase the security, improve the security. So yeah, if you know it's happening, it's not going to be that big a deal, but we just need to all be aware. With regards to ETIAS, so like I say, I have done a couple of videos, one on ETA for people coming into the UK and one on ETIAS. I'm going to pop those videos in the description below. So if you haven't seen them, you can check them out. ETIAS was planned 6 months after this. Now, because this is a bit of a soft rollout, we're not sure if it is actually going to be 6 months from the 12th of October. This is something we're going to have to keep our eye on. But realistically, I think they're talking about ETIAS coming into place at the end of next year. But I don't want to promise that because they've changed things so many times. If you're travelling in 2026 to the EU and Schengen area, you need to double check whether you're going to require an ETIAS. ETIAS is completely different. It's something you need to do before you travel. There is a fee. So again, just make sure if you're travelling to the EU Schengen area, you've done all of your research. So happy travels, everybody. And I hope to see you on some future vlogs or updates. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll try and keep you posted on any updates as and when I hear them. But yeah, hope to see you soon.